Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys have had a good weekend. So, we're down to two. We're finally down to two teams, and this is what the last 2 months have been all about. So, it's pretty cool now. We're down to the final two teams, and yeah, this is good. So, before I get into talking a little bit about both of these teams, if you are new to the channel and you love hockey, or if you are just new to hockey in general, and it's awesome that you're here, and if you love the sport, or if you're new to it and you love it like I do, it'd be absolutely awesome. Greatly appreciate it if you would hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the little bell too if you want to be notified of any future videos that are uploaded. And like I said, if you are new to the sport of hockey, I'm very glad you're here. And any questions you guys might have about the great sport of hockey, go ahead and ask. I will love to answer them in the absolute best possible way I can. So, we're down to the final two. This is what we've been waiting the last 2 months for. And yeah, one team that I think a lot of people, figured would be here. The other one, not so much. But, it's pretty neat. And of course, I will show this off. This, of course, you guys saw this when the playoffs first started. My bracket that I started up, and it's got all the scores on it. Obviously, my horrible drawing, attempted drawing of the Florida Panther logo. I'm not the best artist in the world. That's a horrible drawing. The Vegas one is a little bit better looking. It's not the greatest, but it's not. It's better looking than the Panther one, that's for sure. But it's all set, ready to go there. There's the series score 0-0, and yeah. So it's down to these two. So figured I would do a little preview of the series here, and I kind of wrote down a few stats here. Of course, the 2023 Stanley Cup Final between Vegas and Florida. Not and I'm not necessarily wearing the team that I think's necessarily going to win. I'm wearing both. So the Panther jersey, Vegas hat. So me personally, I want to see Florida win. Will I be heartbroken if Vegas does? No. Because either way, somebody is winning their first Stanley Cup championship. So, it's going to be good for one of the franchises. Like I said, I'm pulling for Florida, but I will not be heartbroken if Vegas wins. So, let's take a little look here. Of course, the Vegas Golden Knights, they finished with a record of 51, 22, and 9. Good enough for 111 points. First overall in the Western Conference. Their road to the finals here in the playoffs, they defeated the Winnipeg Jets in the Pacific Division semifinal, 4-1. Then in the division final, they defeated the Edmonton Oilers 4-2. And then in the Western Conference final, they defeated the Dallas Stars 4-2. Now, I personally, when I made my predictions, I had Vegas losing to Edmonton in the second round. Obviously, I was wrong on that one. So, they go into the finals with a record of 12-5. Not a bad, not a bad record. Not a bad record throughout the playoffs. Not at all. The Florida Panthers, they finished with a record of 42, 32, and 8. 92 points. Not, it's oddly enough, if you look back at the record that the Panthers had in 96, it was very similar. I think it was maybe within, maybe like 1 point. I think the Panthers that year had, one more win than this team, I think. Maybe. I can't remember exactly offhand. But 42, 32, and 8, 92 points. They're going into the finals with a record of 12-4. In the Atlantic Division semifinal, they defeated the Boston Bruins, the record-setting Boston Bruins, the best regular season team of all time, record-setting 65 wins, 135 points. Florida was down 3-1 against those Bruins. They clawed, they scratched, they fought their way all the way back to a Game 7, won Game 7 in overtime, and knocked off the Boston Bruins, and they've been rolling ever since. Then in the Atlantic Division Finals, they defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-1. And in the Eastern Conference Final, they swept the Carolina Hurricanes 4-0. So they're coming into the final with a record of 12-4, and they've been on fire. Now, these two teams, they played twice in the regular season. Each team winning one. So there's no necessarily real advantage here. The season series was 1-1. January 12th of this year, Vegas won at home 4-2. And then in the second game, March 7th, in Florida, Florida won at home 2-1. So they both won at home. And oddly enough, Adin Hill played both of those games. Adin Hill in those two games stopped 70 of 73. He had a 1.53 goals against average and a .959 save percentage. Whoa. That's pretty darn good. But Bobrovsky wasn't horrible either. Bobrovsky played both of those games. He stopped 51 of 55. He had a 2.02 goals against average and a .927 save percentage. So, Bobrovsky wasn't horrible. Hill was incredible. Now, in the two games for Florida, Barkov and Cousins both had a goal and an assist in both of the games. In both of those games for Vegas, Eichel had a goal and an assist in the two games, and Kolasar had 2 assists in those games. So we kind of get a clue of what what players to maybe look for to, step up in this series and to be, potential difference makers. And what's going to be interesting is this series doesn't start until Saturday. This will basically mean Florida will have had, 10, 11 days off? They've been off for a while. Now, for a team that has been playing basically playoff hockey for months, having this downtime, I don't know. Will it hurt them? I don't know. I don't know if it necessarily will or not. You have to think that maybe there might be a little bit of rink rust, but you got to think after the first period of this game that rust is going to be all gone. And, they're going to get to know each other real good. Now, of course, this series will start in Vegas. Obviously, Florida being the number 8 seed in the Eastern Conference. So, yeah, they're going to start the series on the road, as they have with the other 3 series. And yeah, game 1's going to be an interesting little tone setter. We'll see, how these teams come out. And we'll see what Florida does. Florida, like they said, they've been playing playoff hockey basically for the last 3+ months. Just trying to get into the playoffs in the first place. So It's going to be interesting to see. I think it's going to be a good series. I'm not exactly, some people are, making predictions already. I'm not sure. I'm pulling for, like I said, I'm pulling for Florida. But if Vegas wins, that won't be heartbroken either. Either way, somebody is getting their names engraved on the Stanley Cup for the first time. So it's going to be pretty good. But again, this matchup, I know I didn't pick it. I definitely did not pick it. I didn't have the Panthers when I made my prediction video a couple months ago. I didn't have the Panthers getting out of the first round. I had Vegas losing in the second round. So, I had neither one of these teams at this point. I didn't have either one of these teams playing for the Stanley Cup. So, the fact that they're here is incredible. Vegas, you can kind of expect because, they were the number 1 seed overall in the Western Conference. They are the 5th best team in the entire league. So, we'll see how Florida gets, how Florida is against these guys. Because Florida's beaten some pretty good teams so far. And to win the Stanley Cup, they're going to have to beat another really good team. And yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Let me know, though, what you guys think. Who do you think takes it? Do you think do the Knights win their first championship? Or does this crazy underdog story of the Florida Panthers, do they win the Stanley Cup? I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. And again, if you love if you love the stuff here on the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And again, if you're new to hockey in general, I'm very happy you're here. And if you have any questions about hockey, let me know. So again, let me know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe. Hit the little bell too if you want to turn on notifications and be notified anytime a future video is uploaded. Go ahead and do that if you haven't done it already. And yeah, down to 2 starts on Saturday. We'll see what ends up happening. I will see you guys later.